Hello there, welcome to Club Nintendo, level 206. How's it going, Aaron?
It's going. Yep, everything's going well.
It's starting to cool down for the fall and winter out there, and
Yeah, there really is no like fall. It just kind of gets cold and then things change color. But I feel like
yeah,
the temperature drop was way too drastic for it to be like fall. I feel like now it's just winter.
yeah, you're in this. So that's the Midwest talking there. It's
This is not the Midwest. This is no. I'm
oh
from
yeah,
the
you're from
Midwest.
Kansas, and
Yeah, yeah.
I originally am from Indiana, and in Indiana, Ohio, that's the Midwest, as we call it.
No, no, that's the East Coast.
So, John, where would you fall into the Midwest discussion? What is and is not the Midwest?
They're both Midwest, right?
No,
Yes, yes, they are.
no.
Mid
There's no.
Ohio's
There's a
Midwest.
big.
Now that's the old Midwest. That's like 1800s
Then
Midwest.
what is it if it's not Midwest?
Now it's just I don't know, just piece of junk.
It's the flyover. It's the mid east.
Yeah,
You want to call it the mid east, Aaron?
yeah. We can call it the Mid East.
There is no mid east, is there?
There's a Middle East, but we can call this the
Yes.
Mid East. This
Yeah,
is a little
okay.
different.
Okay.
Okay, Mid East. I
Sure.
get that.
Ugh. Ugh. So how are things, John?
Things are just peachy.
In the deep south, as we call it, right?
We're still, it's still 1,000 degrees here, and we're still drinking sweet tea. And
There you go. Do you add some sugar packets on top of your tea? It's
see,
poured
that's-
in there.
Okay. That's how I know you're not from the South, because people in the South don't put sugar on top of their tea. We put the sugar in the water as you're making the tea, and not mix
Yeah.
the sugar in after you've made the tea.
Well,
It's not going to taste good.
Or
It's not going to be sweet
in
tea.
Texas,
That's not
you use
sweet
like
tea.
honey.
Well, I wasn't sure if you have the sweet tea, then you make it sweeter. Are there people that do that down there?
I'm sure there are people that do that. I don't
Yeah.
do that because from where I'm from, there's already like a lot
Yeah.
of sugar in
It's
the tea
basically more.
already.
It's more than a soda, I think, right?
It's pretty much like
Oh,
syrup.
yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a yeah.
I mean, it's delicious, but it's like give me diabetes right away, please. Yes,
I love
it's
tea.
delicious.
Thing,
Yes.
But yeah, it's fall here. It's still pretty warm. It's supposed to get like in the mid 70s next week, so I'm having a pretty nice time enjoying my weather.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we had a couple cold days, but
yeah.
up in New Hampshire, it's nice and sunny and warm. 60s, which Aaron thinks is cold.
It is.
It's beautiful. The leaves are, classic New England foliage up here. It's pretty nice. There's two seasons I like, spring and fall. But
yeah, I'm with you there.
yeah. But anyways,
Summer, and that's it. So,
Oh, I hate summer. Let's dive into what fall's all about, and that is the new games coming out. So Bayonetta is out now, and we teased last episode, I think, or maybe about the Bayonetta drama, which was happening, and we totally forgot to cover this and talk about this.
Was not even that important for us to even talk about.
yeah.
Evidently not. So, the voice actress who did the voice for 1 and 2 tried to cause a stir by saying she was only being offered $4,000 for the entirety of the game. And later we discover that's not true. It was probably like 4,000 to 6,000 per recording session, with I think 5 or 6 sessions on the books, which is still for a property like Bayonetta that might seem low, but not as drastically low as she was putting it. Thoughts?
I think she knew what she was doing. She was just lying, trying to. I think she was salty about the deal, and I think she was just mad that she was getting fired in the first place. So this was trying to get some revenge.
I wonder if is this less than what she got paid for the second game? Is one curiosity I have.
Well, she didn't do the voice, right? She turned it down. She didn't actually
For the
do-
third game, she turned it down.
turn it down. So you're
Well,
saying
that's-
you think She got offered less. Is that what?
Yeah, I think she did get offered less because they didn't really want her in the first place. It seems like
Which
they
is
wanted
wild
someone
because
new.
she was so great in the first 2 games.
Yeah, but maybe the way that she handled this whole situation kind of shows the type of person she was and the reason why they didn't want to work with her anymore.
Yeah, maybe she was also like, oh, it's on Switch. That thing's crazy popular. That Wii U, I got paid more for a Wii U game. I don't know if that was in the calculus at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
John, you're muted right now.
Oh crap! I didn't know I was muted. I mean, I think that maybe working with her, or maybe the end result for fans was really great, and they really love her. But it might not be worth what it was going through actually working with her on a daily basis and getting stuff done. I mean, then again, it's voice recording, so I don't know how much direct contact she had with too many people, but obviously they didn't want her back. So
yeah, I mean, she is a classically trained like actress. Like she was good. But yeah, by the reviews, it seems that the game is still getting 9s and 10s and wildly successful. And by most regards, most people believe this to be the best Bayonetta game to be released. And that's saying something because 1 was great, 2 was even better. I've not played 3, but that gets me excited to eventually play this game.
It has an 88 on Metacritic currently,
which is hard to do these days. People are more. I feel is this a thing? I feel like reviewers are harsher than they were in years gone by.
I feel like there's been a lot of games that have come out and like the bar has been set pretty high. People are always comparing, like newer games to like their like 10 out of 10 game, right? So
yeah, like I was shocked when God of War got a 2 got a 10 on IGN because I was expecting that not to happen because it's like the bar is so high. There's no way they live up to that kind of thing.
But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah,
I also feel like games haven't been that great overall. Like recently, things kind of release and they're just
like the Gotham Knights,
really good.
30 frames per second on PS5. Yeah. And then you have the standouts like Bayonetta, Elden Ring, But it is impressive that Bayonetta is doing so well in the charts.
I thought they were going to boycott it.
Yeah, no one really listened to that one, did they? I think it was number 2 for the entire week.
Oh wow, that's cool.
What I see, Bayonetta debuts in second. Where is this chart?
Mario, was that Mario Rabbids still beating it out?
Splatoon 3.
Did that come out?
Oh, Splatoon. Yeah, that Mario, the new Rabbids game.
That's out now. Okay, that's another game I missed out. That game got great reviews.
What'd you say?
Yeah, the weekly charts. Splatoon 3. Japanese charts, sorry. Japanese charts from Famitsu.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
It says Splatoon 3, then Bayonetta 3. It goes down from there. But, yeah, the Mario game people were loving, too. Basically, the gist in the Mario Rabbids game where it was, if you liked the original, you're going to love this, is what I was hearing. And I did love the original. And apparently this one's much more approachable. The first game was wildly difficult, and this one, I guess, makes it a bit more approachable, and it still lets you have a hard experience if you want that, but more scalable. So, another game for the backlog, as I have no time.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to play the first one. Maybe I don't have to play the first one for this, but
the first one's great. But I don't think the story of Mario and Rabbids is essential.
Missing, yeah, essential plot points.
No, not quite. And then we're closing in on Pokemon's release pretty soon here.
15 days.
Man, what's that?
Till Pokemon? 15
Till
days?
Pokemon.
Yep.
My Pokedex will no longer be complete at that point. I need to figure out how to get those.
I saw these videos. People are getting their
that
hands
dog.
on
There's this like ghost dog thing.
Oh, the ghost dog. Yeah, I forgot its name.
That thing looks cute.
But people got their hands on the new system, the special editions. It looks like they're starting to get them
already. What?
Well, it doesn't include the
It
game,
doesn't
I don't
include the
believe.
game.
Oh,
No.
okay.
It's a special dock, special Joy-Cons. Looks nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been like staying away from everything related to this game, so it can be a total
I don't want to be
surprise.
spoiled. Like, I saw the dog, like, browsing through something, but I'm not trying to, like... I have not seen the final forms of evolutions. I don't want to see the evolutions of the starters.
I don't even really know what the starters are, so
I remember seeing them, and one of them I really loved. I forget which
The
one
duck.
it was.
The Donald Duck.
is it Donald
No.
Duck?
There was a duck. What was the other ones?
I don't
John?
remember.
Let me pull these up here.
The duck. There's they're all really good, but I don't remember what they are.
Oh, the fire dude. The fire pig is what fire hippo is what I want. That thing looks amazing.
A
The fire hippo. The fire hippo. It's not no pig.
What's the leaf
Okay.
one?
And then there's a cat, a grass cat.
Right, the cat.
Yeah, but that fire hippo is where it's at.
Are you getting which version, Scarlet or?
I need to rewatch that video because
Scarlet.
they actually play a significant role because you actually ride around and use your legendary like throughout the game as like a transport and like a tool.
Well, one of them's like an actual motorcycle. It looks like, and the other one looks like it's. The other one has wheels, but doesn't
Yeah.
use the wheel.
I probably will get the motorcycle one, whatever that is. I forget which one that is though.
I don't remember either.
But I think that I will definitely be getting this on launch day and just slowly be picking at it as one can a Pokemon game.
I haven't really. They've released a lot of videos. I haven't really watched a lot of them, but
I don't want to watch a lot. I know it's gonna be good, and it's like an open world. You get to tackle anything
Yeah,
in
I
the
was
order
gonna
you
say.
want,
I keep forgetting it's open world.
so I can just like explore and complete my Pokedex.
This will be when I'll be really interested to watch the reviews roll in and like hear what people have to say.
Yeah, because after Arceus, people love that. I wonder how much of that carries over to this with more polish and like there's a story that's more good. Hopefully, I mean Pokemon stories are never good. Let's be real, but yeah, they get you to enjoy the world you're in.
It would be great if they did some voice acting, even just a little bit.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
But I don't see them doing that.
Then where's all this money going?
The Pokemon money
Yeah.
to Game Freak and Nintendo
Yeah.
to make you know.
To make
Oh,
those.
you're saying they can hire voice actors? Is your
Yeah.
point. Well, I think their point would be when you make a game every. What has their rate slowed down? Seems like a game every year or so. Their rate of game creation seems faster than.
But I feel like there's
needs
not
to
that
be.
many lines, right? Like you only need to do like the main
true.
cutscenes.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Because man, it feels like so weird playing those games sometimes because it gets so silent, and it's just like you're just hitting A, like going through text.
Yeah, I miss the games that don't have an alternative confirmation button. Like I love where you can have ZL or ZRB, the confirm button, because you can just hold the console in one hand. And
The kids want the subtitles anyways, right? Kids don't.
kids are all about reading. Yeah, they
they're all
don't.
about the reading these days.
Yeah, they are.
Closed captionings for life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't get it. I like to appreciate the nuance and hearing things, and then the second time you watch something, you pick up new things because you weren't reading the freaking script. Like,
I mean, if you're watching Love Island, I can't understand anything they're saying. I have
The
to have
dialect?
subtitles on. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, what are you? What is this gibberish?
Oh god, I have not seen the show. I've heard of it.
I've never even heard of this show.
I've heard of it. Yeah,
It's whatever. It's trash TV.
it's a Netflix.
But I don't know. I think it's on. I only watch it when I'm with friends, and
It's got to be on Discovery, right?
I think it's Hulu. I think this is a show that comes on like on primetime TV,
I'm sure. Yeah.
Wow.
which I've not watched in like a decade.
I
So
still
I'm
need
sure
to-
it's
I
just
still
like a
need to-
train wreck by this point of what they can actually get on primetime TV.
I would like to catch up on Survivor. That show still rocks. I think.
Is that show
Yeah.
still going on?
It is, yeah, with the original host, I believe. Yeah.
Survivor.
Doesn't that blow your mind? I'm pretty sure it's still a thing, and they're in season like 30 or something.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's on Hulu, I believe. All the past seasons. A couple of years ago, I binged and watched like all 24 seasons that were out or something.
I mean, while we're on a tangent, there's that old game show. It wasn't a game show, but it was called. It had Anderson Cooper, who was the host, and it was called The Mole. And it was like a reality-based game show. And
Yes, yeah, you're just got to find the bowl. Yeah.
Yes, it was so bad, but yet so good at the same time. It was
Those are the best.
So convoluted, made no
Yeah.
sense. Like they had to over-explain everything, but it was just so good. Maybe because it was kind of like one of those first, it was back in like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was like one of those first shows that was really like that. So it was so different. But if you like Anderson Cooper.
Okay.
Okay.
The Mole. Amazing Race is another one that I remember watching.
Does that still come on?
I don't know about that one.
And what's that one? That's just like a
triathlon. I heard of that recently.
Triathlon?
They like go all
find clues, go across the world, find clues to the next spot.
Yeah.
It's
so
like a pairing
race. It's like a rat race.
There's some running involved.
Yeah, it's like Rat Race, like the movie.
Okay,
yeah.
See, I'd be interested in that. If it was just like running, I'd be like, nah, nothing. I want to see like solving puzzles and stuff.
Yeah. So big fall for Nintendo, I feel like. We got Rabbids, we got Pokemon, we got Bayonetta. Are those the three? Anything else big coming out from
We were
Nintendo?
supposed to have Zelda.
Yeah, that's coming out to next year now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got so much on Switch, though. I feel that save it. Are you guys picking up any of these titles here?
I'm gonna get Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah.
I'm waiting on Rabbids to go on sale because that game, I believe, it's Ubisoft and will go cheap.
Will be immediately on sale within.
Yeah, I feel like by February, $20.
Yeah.
And then it will go on sale like every 2 months forever.
Yeah. The original, that thing, even with the DLC, goes super cheap. So I'll wait until the first sale, probably. And maybe not even then, because I won't have time to play at that point. Bayonetta, I'm super curious about, because that game, historically speaking, they're not super long games, which is very appealing to me, so I can enjoy this tight, well-crafted experience and actually finish it. So at some point, I do want to pick that up. I had played the first two to completion, and they're just very enjoyable games.
Apparently, the Bayonetta 3 main story is about 13, 14 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds good. I'm sure, depending on difficulty, you get through it quicker or slower.
Yeah. Yep. No.
So I had not played my Switch for like a month, or it felt like a month, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. That's a month, 4 weeks. Probably about 3 weeks, and it was dead. And then I saw there was an update out for it, and I said, okay, let me update. So I updated it, and then all my games started updating, which was interesting. It was interesting because it was online and powered up, and then once I did the OS update, just everything started updating. I couldn't play anything. It's like, okay, this is weird. But anyways, Switch OS 15 is now live, and the big thing, guys, it solves a major annoyance I had with the settings in the Switch. Because every time I play my Switch, it's with my AirPods Max or Pro, and I'm doing it over Bluetooth audio, and you have to scroll to the very bottom of this list to pair, to connect them. And now, it's at the very top, no scrolling necessary, and it's so delightful to not need to scroll to connect my headphones. So, that's nice.
How did that make you feel when you saw that?
Well, at first, I scrolled to the bottom, as I usually do. It's like, where's the Bluetooth?
So you were frustrated.
At first, it's like, where the hell does it go? And then I saw it at the top. It's like, oh, thank you, Nintendo. That's nice of you. Sounds very polite. I was very happy about that change.
You know, I think I've only paired my headphones once to my Switch just to see if I could do it, and I've never done it again.
What do you most of the time play with just the speakers when you're handheld?
If I'm in handheld, it's on speakers. Yeah.
Because you live alone.
That's a good point. I can do whatever I want. I live
exactly.
alone and have no one to bother. That is true.
Yeah. It's such a different. Like I have to play like pretty much with headphones because like I can't bother people. Yeah.
Do you play with one ear in and one ear
Depends on the situation.
Then you're not really. You're kind of like isolating yourself from everybody.
It depends. Sometimes I'm trying to isolate myself because they're watching some terrible TV show that's like it's not a drama, it's not a sitcom, it's like it's a Discovery. It's like the Discovery.
It's like stuff. Love Island. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
It's like Hell's Kitchen.
It's all it's
Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah, there's all sorts of Discovery stuff that I don't want to mention.
Tim, I need to watch some of this trash TV. It's good to unwind.
I really don't. I'd rather.
It's not good.
I mean, so when they're watching the Discovery, I'm either watching a movie or TV show on my iPad that's a better quality, I believe, or I'm playing Switch.
Okay, fair, cool.
But occasionally I will have the 1 year in, and I just want the audio from the game to just have a little bit of that going on.
Do you announce to the household that you are going into your own world and that you're putting your headphones in?
Not really, no. They'll just wave me down if I.
You just slowly put them in. Once the TV comes on and they switch to the Discovery app, you just within a couple minutes you got headphones.
So if I'm playing with my AirPods Pro, I'll do the one pod, and then the Max. It's obvious that I'm in the mode. You know?
Oh, you got the Max.
I do have the Max, and I will say transparency mode's pretty good. I'll switch that on sometimes. And other times, it's like, let me turn noise cancellation on. I don't want to be bothered by
Aaron, you have the Max too?
I do have the Max, yeah.
They're great.
And I am pretty much wearing headphones all day, either like these or like the Max when I'm walking around the house.
And transparency mode's great, isn't it, Aaron?
Well, yeah, but I just tell people, I'm like, I have noise canceling on, and I just turn it on, and I just go about it.
Yeah, a lot of times I'm canceling. But sometimes I like to have the transparency, and it works pretty well. But it's amazing on Switch, though, pairing Bluetooth headphones. It works so well. Like with AirPods, it'll pair, but it still talks to your Apple stuff just as well. And you have to like manually say, connect to the headphones. And when it does it, it takes over from your iPhone and puts it on the Switch. And then when you turn the screen off, it just automatically disconnects from the Switch. And you can use it with your Apple stuff. Like it works really well in that way.
Yeah, I tried it once, and I still feel like it's too slow. Like I would
the latency?
Yeah.
In handheld.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I've not had that issue.
I mean, it's just a little bit, but it's like it's still like noticeable when you're not used, like when it's your first time doing it. Because I normally just use wired.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I love it. And it's great. One thing I do, this is bizarre. So one thing I've done before, I'll have my AirPods Max on, and I'll have an AirPod Pro in 1 ear connected to my iPhone, listening to a podcast as I'm also listening to the game audio. I've done that a couple times. And then other times, if I'm home alone, I'll have AirPods Max on with transparency mode and have a podcast playing on the phone, so I can feed in both sound sources easier.
You should just get a PC that you can just like route your Switch through, like I have, and then everything.
Yeah, that is an option. Oh, or if I'm using PS5 Remote Play, I can be playing a podcast on the iPad, and also the PlayStation has that audio just from the same headphones, which is nice. So that's a good solution there. Yeah. Because some games are chill out games where you want to listen to podcasts while playing and still have both audio sources there.
But did you say you put your headphones in transparency and listen to both through? Why don't you just take the headphones?
Oh yeah. Well, another thing I've done is I've paired the AirPods to the phone AirPods Max and transparency mode to the phone, and listening to the speaker of the Switch through transparency mode. That works well too. Yeah, it's a wild world. Yeah, I've got weird behaviors with all.
There are
Yeah,
better ways.
like,
There are better
weird.
ways to live.
There are.
This is some of the weirdest behavior I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's kind
I
of
thought
bizarre.
I was weird for like playing video games and watching YouTube at the same time and having
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm always watching something at the same
Always
time.
watching something. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean not always, but most of the time.
yeah, exactly.
98% of the time.
At least the audio, I'm listening to it.
So Mario Party 1 and 2 are now out on Switch. I'm excited to dive into these games. I probably need to get like a separate Joy-Con. Oh, I should just use my N64 controller.
N64 controller.
Yeah, I should boot that up. Yeah, I kind of want to dive back in these. These were my favorite Mario parties. I think
GoldenEye's on there.
Yeah,
That's,
we gotta
that's
have
the
some.
thing.
We gotta have some multiplayer sessions of that.
Yeah.
That's the
but-
only N64 I'm excited for.
Yeah,
Did they put
Yeah,
Pilot
little
Wing
dongle.
64 on there?
I think it did come out. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I'll play that too.
yeah.
Have you guys ever seen that little dongle where you can use your PS4 or your PS5 controller with the Switch?
I did see that. Yeah,
Yeah. I think I should get that.
Yeah.
I think it confused me too much. Though I think. I don't know.
But the button placement, you don't look down at your controller when you're playing, right? So you should just know where the buttons are.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Do you look down at your controller, Tim?
No, but like, I don't know. It would
It's the
feel weird.
same.
I think. Is it the same layout? Like
Yeah,
it just mirror like
the only
X would be the
difference
same. Okay.
Is that the sticks are moved. That's the only difference.
Yeah, the sticks are a bit off. I wonder if I doubt this would work. They don't use the Joy-Con haptics in the PS5 controller, do they?
I don't know. I don't know how that
That
would
would be amazing. If that could be a thing.
Yeah, so speaking of the DualSense controller, we were talking about it, and I was saying I couldn't really tell a difference when I was playing Spider-Man. It's because you have to have it plugged in. So when you have it, like wireless,
gotcha.
just like Bluetooth, it just acts like a normal controller. And you plug it in, and then you get all the trigger stuff. And yeah,
Yeah, what do you
like
think?
noticeable.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like I'm not really getting anything out of it so far. I don't know. I'll try like some other games.
The
Let's see.
resistance? Like the resistance?
Well, it's not like changing the way that I play, right? It's just kind of like, oh, that's
It adds to the immersion of it, right?
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, some games make it so the triggers act as two buttons. Like you have one button that's half pressed in, and it feels like and then you like press harder for button 2. So some games do that where you have basically two buttons in a single button.
I'll say
through haptics.
In Gran Turismo, it does do a good job of kind of mimicking like the same feel you would have if you were pushing down on like a pedal, in a car when you're, it's kind of easy at first and gets more resistance as the more you push. So that.
Yeah, Gran Turismo does a great job because I feel like it helps you be a better driver with feeling the car and how it's handling.
Yeah. But then, you don't really drive with your fingers, your pointer fingers. You drive with your feet. So it's kind of weird. It's doing the best it can to like translate what it would feel like, I guess. But it's definitely you'd feel it. When
Aaron,
Destiny, you could feel the triggers.
Returnal is the best DualSense game out there. So when that hits PC, it's a hard game, but you enjoy your fair share of hard games. I think you'd get into that game. That was one of my favorite games of the year of last year. And you can feel like the rain on the controller and like so well done. And is 3D audio something they carry through if you plug in?
Yes. Yeah, like the stuff playing through the controller speaker.
No. If you plug in like headphones into the controller, I wonder if
know about that.
3D audio is also super impressive on PS5. I don't know if that stuff's in the PC versions. And in Returnal, the 3D audio, it makes you survive much longer because you can tell when an enemy's behind you or to the left, and you don't see it quite. Like it's very helpful in.
I do have
deducing.
7.1 surround headphones, so
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if the mix carries over from how that all works.
Well, the 3D audio is not done through the controller; it's done through the game mix, right?
It's
yeah,
done. Well, it's a combination of game mix, and I thought the PS5 itself was involved with it. Like, I'm not quite sure what's controlling it exactly. Yeah. So you finished Spider-Man, Aaron?
I have not finished it because another game came out. It's been taking my time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have started the dip again into Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and it's amazing. I did crank the difficulty down from normal to easy because I think at this point I want to just like crank through this wonderful story and enjoy that because I don't have a lot of time.
Is it noticeable?
I'm not dying at all, but there are still some combat encounters. There are still some combat encounters that that take some time to get through.
Take a little bit longer, but
but there's it's gonna be a quicker experience. And if I want to just like run past stuff, I can now do that.
Wow.
So that's because I want to get through it. It's a great story.
Have you ever thought about just watching a Let's Play on YouTube?
No, it's a different experience, man. It's a different experience.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
And it is. It is. You're in control of your characters.
It's like saying, is it a different experience when you read a book versus someone reads you a book? Is it the same book?
I'm playing it though. I'm hitting the buttons. I'm controlling. I'm controlling which characters are doing.
You just said you wanted to go through the story. You didn't say.
I did. I also enjoy exploring the world. I'm exploring a bit of the world. Like I don't think it's a huge spoiler to say that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a huge spoiler to say that you get to drive a boat in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and that's cool. So I've been driving.
What kind of boat? Is it one of those like
It's
old school ones where you?
It's like it looks like a submarine that doesn't go underwater.
Does it kind of let you travel the whole world with it, or is it just a small area?
So far it's just this little ocean area.
Well, that's not cool.
I mean, we'll see if it expands past that. Still early on. So, and I encountered this wonderful new score in the soundtrack that this song just rips. It's so good. And it kind of but the story continues to be awesome. Combat's still fun from what I'm engaging in, and I'm played I think 2 hours. So I've been playing like an hour long at a time, and then calling quits for the day.
It's only going to take you like 150 days.
I don't think so. I think with easy mode engaged and just like focusing on the main quest, I'm like 30 hours into it. I think, another 30 days of doing this. I think I could be in 60 hours maybe.
With YouTube, you can change the playback speed. And
That's true.
I would not enjoy it that way, I believe. Yes. Yeah. So that's what's up. One other news story before we get to John, what you're up to. The iOS update. I don't know if this was 16 or 16.1 or 2, but evidently the classic controllers like the N64, the SNES, and NES controllers for Switch also now work on iPad, iPhone, and Apple TV, which is awesome because I think like an NES or SNES controller with a lot of these very simple iPad and iPhone games would be great.
Yeah, that's true.
And Nintendo should release the Switch Online app for iPhone, I believe. That would be amazing.
oh, the
Virtual Console. But Apple would probably want all their money. That's the issue there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They want their 30% of that.
Yes, they would.
But they wouldn't really have to give them 30% if they didn't allow you to subscribe through.
True. The Netflix model.
Yeah.
But Apple's weird with games because they think games are different from streaming movies and stuff.
But Netflix has games on the App Store.
They do.
Yeah.
They just hate Microsoft. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, you download the game and then sign in with your account. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll
Weird.
see how that shakes out.
I guess you gotta, right place, right time.
I guess so. Yeah. So what are you up to, John?
Well, that kind of.
Oh wait, before we get that, there's one character name that I just loved in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The name's Timna, Timna. This is a new character I encountered. So it's like you're expanding on my name, Tim, with Na, Timna. I like that.
Is it one of those little dudes? What are they called?
No, it's not a Nopon. It's a human. It's humanoid.
Okay.
So Timna, that's a new name for the naming repertoire out there. Timna.
Reminds me of Timba.
Yeah. Or Pumbaa.
Boomba, that's it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Boomba.
Yeah. So John, sorry for interrupting. What are you up to these days?
Oh, actually, obviously I've been playing Splatoon 3 a lot.
What level are you up to now?
I don't know, like level 35. I'm about to be S+ rank finally. It's been hard.
Okay.
A lot of. They just pushed an update out, fixed a lot of bugs. Man, there's been a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
The game is really buggy.
Oh boy. What's the weirdest bug you've encountered so far?
Okay, weirdest bug is probably. Okay, there's been two really weird. There's been a lot of bugs. One weird bug is if you throw your sub weapon, you have your main weapon, you have your sub weapon, like say a bomb or a splash wall or something.
Sure.
If it hits something, instead of bouncing off of it like it's supposed to, it'll just disappear or go through the wall and fly through the level. So you throw a bomb, and if it hits the wrong part of the level, it'll just disappear. That's been kind of fun. Another one is certain weapons like the sloshing machine, which is a bucket style, it's like a bucket where you're sloshing.
Yeah, paint bucket.
Well, apparently that could just go through walls and stuff for a while, and you could literally just be standing anywhere, and someone could be on the other side of the a wall, and just literally just so
that's terrible.
That
sounds lovely.
That was broken, and its sub weapon, which is the fizzy bomb, they had it at a rate where you could throw it really often, so people were just spamming that weapon.
Were you engaging in the fizzy bomb?
The fizzy bomb? No, I don't. I'm not a big fizzy bomb player.
Even with
I love the sloshing machine. So I was kind of.
Did you do that?
Should I play with it? But I was like, nah, I don't want to
engage in that.
I'd be doing it.
Yeah, you gotta embrace the quirks.
People obviously caught on to it because it got to the rate, and even in the update notes, they literally said we made changes so people will use this weapon less, and they because you got to the point where half the teams, 2 people on your team out of 4 would be playing with sloshing machines on both teams. It got to that point, so that's good that they fixed that.
Good.
They're making a lot of improvements. I'm pretty sure Splatoon 2 was like this when it came out, and it took a while to.
How have the Splatfests been so far?
Well, there's only been one.
That's it? Is there there's Pokemon coming up? Is that right?
Yeah, I don't remember. I guess that's probably right before Pokemon comes out, I guess would make sense.
Yeah. There's a keychain thing up on the reward store.
Yeah, I saw the keychain thing.
That looks tight.
Yeah, kind of weird. Just these weird rewards.
What's up? Yeah, they're kind of bizarre. I miss Club Nintendo days where we'd have the platinum reward at the end of the year. You pick something and they ship it to you. Yeah, those were nice days.
Other than that, though, I've been playing Shredder's Revenge, which I just got in the mail because I ordered the physical copy.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's really good. It came with a Pizza Hut coupon, which is pretty cool.
Classic.
Have you engaged in the Pizza Hut yet?
No.
Okay.
Because then I got to give up my coupon.
What's your? You want to keep the coupon as keepsake with the game?
Yeah, it goes with the game.
Can Pizza Hut use a code that on the coupon maybe?
I don't even know what it is. It's like a free pan pizza, maybe.
Just make a code.
I wonder if there's a code they just enter. Most time, an online order, you just enter a code, right?
Yeah.
I would look into that.
I need to look into that because free food's free food.
What would your go-to Pizza Hut order be?
Not really a Pizza Hut kind of guy.
Okay.
Nasty.
I miss their buffets were fun back in the day. I miss their buffets.
So if I was in a sit-down Pizza Hut,
Yeah.
hot with the red cups,
Yes. Those are the days.
the dimly lit atmosphere.
Yeah, that's right.
And the 50-cent vending machine toys where
Yeah.
you
have the quarter thing in the water where you try to catch it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, I'd be there all day hanging out. But this Pizza Hut they got going these days, I don't know what. What
it's like they don't want you to stay around there.
Pretty much.
It's so bad.
It has really degraded to what it once was.
It's so sad. Yeah.
It really is.
But other than that, actually, speaking of the Apple, the controllers, the Nintendo ones on Apple TV and Apple stuff, download a couple games from my Apple TV just to try out some controllers. And
Apple Arcade stuff?
Apple Arcade stuff. And I downloaded Mini Metro, which is a game I never played. And I'm obsessed with it now. I've been playing like hours of this game.
Wow.
It's so relaxing.
On the Apple TV?
A little on the Apple TV, then I switched and was like, oh, wait, I forgot I can play this on my phone too. So I downloaded it on my phone. And, it's like I used to love SimCity growing up. I still love SimCity, especially the classic ones. This is like kind of like a little more stress-free SimCity where you're connecting roads and making sure cars can get through. But it's just, it's great. The music's fun. Like I literally sat there for like an hour and a half and looked at the clock. And I was like, holy, have I been playing?
Oh, that's great.
An hour and a half.
The Sim game I miss is Sim Copter. I want that to come back. Do you guys remember this?
Yeah, Sim Copter was weird.
Yeah. It was so good. So
Tower was weird.
Oh, Sim Tower? Yeah. There was this whole era where they're just releasing Sim everything.
Sim Body.
I missed that era. That was fun. They should bring back the Sim games.
Some Ants. Remember Some Ants?
Yeah.
They just made Sims 4 free on all platforms.
So. Yeah, they announced Sim 5 coming out a couple years. Yeah.
Really? Sim 4 free on all platforms?
Yeah.
Is it out on iOS?
I don't know about that, but there is a free Sims that's on iOS.
Okay.
Yeah, there'd have to be. That's got to be like a huge money maker.
That was a game I remember the mod scene being quite big on PC.
It's just a game that I'd always find like people who don't ever play video games or didn't own consoles.
Yes,
you find out somehow that like
but they're into Sims.
Play the Sims religiously. It's like what? It's like the most random people.
Mm-hmm.
Like my sister-in-law, never seen her hold a controller. But man, she'd sit there for hours on her computer and be playing like The Sims and stuff. So it's just one of those games. Was that game Second Life, Half-Life? What was that game where you'd like build your own?
Oh yeah, Half-Life.
No, Second Life.
Second Life. Sorry, yeah.
Half-Life's the shooter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that still around?
Half-Life or Second Life?
Second Life.
I don't know if it is. I'm sure it's still around. People were like really into that.
That's the real metaverse.
That was the original metaverse.
That's the metaverse right there.
Yeah. Have you been keeping up with the metaverse stuff? You see, like they
I see they got legs.
Well, they got legs with that $1,500 headset there.
That trailer or that little thing where they showed the legs was a pre-rendered video, so they really don't.
They don't have legs yet. They're working on the legs.
Yeah.
Guys, it's.
Evidently, Apple's headset will have cameras that face down towards your legs, is what I heard. So they can capture the legs, I guess. I don't know. I would not trust Facebook with that. I'll never buy a Facebook hardware or anything.
Yeah. Did you see their new
Pro, they own Oculus
Pro? Have you played Beat Saber, though?
I have on my PSVR. It's quite good. I owned it before Meta purchased them because they're just buying up all the developers because they have no creativity to create anything by themselves. But
are you getting the new PSVR?
I think I got the invitation email. I think I may pre-order that sucker.
It's what, $550?
Yeah.
It comes with the controllers.
Comes with the controllers. Like the tech looks so damn good, and I love the original. which was $500 with the crappy controllers. No camera needed. Like the setup is gonna be so. Like I'll be able to just sit like anywhere on a PS5 and just play. Which will be nice versus having a whole big setup. And also, it's gonna be the best way I can just enjoy a theater movie experience at home with like that screen being so damn good. And there's like an Apple TV app, so I can actually access my entire library in the headset. Just like it. And the PSVR 1, that's a cool experience, but the screen tech is obviously not where it needs to be. The screen tech will be like, I think, super enjoyable just to like have a movie theater experience at home.
Have they mentioned about how that works with the glasses?
Their previous headset was like the best headset ever for glasses. Like it's the most comfortable, and they think, yeah, it works well with glasses.
Okay.
That's the first one did, and I believe this one will as well. Like it's comfort is like where PSVR shines. Like the original, and this adds on that.
Okay.
So yeah, it seems like really cool tech. Like it's got the foveated rendering, so as you're looking at stuff, it'll render like in real time better for where you're looking, and like it sounds like top end VR hardware, and there's no, and because it's not, it's the CPU is not in it, so like it's gonna have the PS5 powering it, which means the games I think will be very good as far as all that. Versus like the was the Quest 2 or whatever, where it's like this phone chip in there trying to render, which seems less good. But yeah, I'm excited for it. And the controllers seem like they were designed for what this is trying to do, and this will be good with that. Yeah. And the haptics like seem like wild. Like it'll have haptics in the headset itself. So as you're like driving, you can like try to simulate like wind or something. I don't know. Or if you get shot, like you could get like you get shot in the head or something. Like the haptics seem like cool. Like the controllers will have haptics as well as the headset. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I thought it'd be a little lower, but it's not crazy when I reflect back on what they charged for the original PSVR with the old controllers from the PS3 era. Like, yeah. So
Have
you're
you ever
getting
heard about?
I think so. I think I'm gonna see if I can pre-order on the 15th and February they come out. Yeah, I may cancel my pre-order before then, but I think I'm going to. Yeah. Do you have thoughts on the headset, Aaron?
Well, I was just thinking about how controller vibration can really mess up your hands and give you like arthritis early on and all that stuff with your nerves. So just imagine what that does to your head. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I'm also like haptics that are more subtle versus like the N64 era of vibration where your whole hand is just shaking on. I wonder what the arthritis with like modern, like more subtle haptics versus the intense stuff from the early era of Rumble. You know,
I mean, that energy is going into your hands. Like,
yeah,
the energy's not lost, or all that's.
Anyways, that's true.
It's going into your hands. It's
that's true.
It's,
I tend
your
to
body's
turn it
absorbing
off.
it.
I mean, my head vibrates when I drive a truck or something. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Your body's absorbing that energy.
Yeah,
it's not great for it.
Cost benefit.
Why would you want haptics on your head? Like
to be more immersed in the game, you could feel like raindrops are dropping on your head. You know.
Is that really what they described? Is that what they said?
I mean, I'm sure stuff like that will be in games for sure. Yeah.
So it's
like it's gonna be that
across the top of your head.
I'm not sure where it's. I know it's in the front. I wasn't sure if it's all around or where the haptics are exactly. But I think it's gonna be really cool. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because the DualSense haptics are great, and I'm curious to see how they expand upon that. I'm sure you can turn that stuff off if you really don't care for it as well.
What if it's gonna have like a head massage mode?
That would be the killer app, right?
Yeah.
The massage app and the VR massage almost, right?
You can be careful with that.
You have the accessory, the massage table or chair or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Connects via Bluetooth.
Oh god.
Low energy though.
Yeah, there's the low entry. Yeah. But it looks like a sleek little device.
Yeah, the future's gonna be weird, man. That I don't know.
It will be. I mean,
Haptics.
since I don't have
weird.
really control over the TV, I at least can have a headset where I can watch stuff beautifully. You know. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been. I've tried. I think watching a movie once on a headset. I'm not sure.
You have to be really into it, right? Because you're not eating food. You're like totally immersed in that movie. And that's how I watched like the James Bond movie that way, that new one for the first time, and like it's great when you're in that mood, you know.
I don't like it when I don't have a full field of view of the movie, and I have to.
You can set it so when you're in that mode, at least in the original PSVR, you have like small, medium, and extra large. Where extra large, it's like you have to look around to see. But yeah. So you have different modes, and I most of the time would do the middle setting where I do see everything.
Yeah.
So there's different modes for that.
If the movie was made with the intention of looking around,
I'm pretty sure it also supports 3D, but you'd have to feed it 3D movies. So I don't know if like Plex, I could like feed it 3D through that somehow and watch Avatar in 3D on it.
3D metadata?
I'm not sure. It supports 3D Blu-rays were supported on the original PSVR. I'm not sure if there's so I'm not sure how that'll incorporate in this one.
Make 3D disc of anything?
I don't know. I'm not sure what the state of that is.
I don't think there's a state.
Avatar 2 comes out, we get some 3D version of that maybe. I don't know.
3D 4K Blu-rays.
Yeah, I'm not sure if like the UHD stuff also supports 3D or not. It might not. But all your old 3D movies may work that way. I'm not sure.
No one has old 3D movies.
Oh, I shot in 3D when I lived in Hawaii on my GoPros. I had 2 GoPros, and they connected via a cable that created a 3D output, which is sweet.
What?
It was kind of a while. This was the 3D era when so GoPro sent me an extra GoPro in the 3D setup. So I actually captured some stuff when I lived in Hawaii in 3D GoPro footage. It's on YouTube, and if you have the right set playback, you can there's ways to watch it. I guess I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of cool. But anyways, Aaron, Call of Duty. Is this the beta?
Yeah.
Is this out?
No, it's out now. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I have been looking forward to this for a very long time because the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from like the Xbox 360 days, I played that game probably more than I played any game in my life. Because I remember booting up my old 360 and I checked the multiplayer time.
Yeah.
I played it for 42 days in game.
What's that in hours? What is that? What's the math on that?
I don't know.
24 times 42?
Yeah.
24 times 42. Okay, that's 1,008 hours.
There you go.
So John has you beat, I think, with his Splatoon.
Yeah, so now that you break it down in hours, I've played a lot of games more than that. I played Final Fantasy 14 for 4,000 some hours. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so this game's a lot of fun. They released the campaign last week or something first, and I finished that on the hardest difficulty. It was pretty challenging. It was super challenging. But
did you enjoy the story of the campaign?
The story was pretty good, yeah. But it was pretty. I mean, it was kind of bland. You knew where it was going, but it was still.
Yeah, I heard mixed things in this one. People weren't in love with it.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it was still fun.
Okay, cool.
But then the multiplayer came out, and I've been playing through that, and yeah, just looking for the season to start.
The multiplayer's been good.
I mean, it's as good as it can be. I mean, it's Call of Duty multiplayer, so there's a
Is
lot
it
of
normal where there's no like hover boots and stuff?
oh yeah, it's like normal
Okay.
play that kind of like got rid of all of that like weird jetpack stuff and the wall running and all that. So
The Titanfall influence is
yeah.
gone.
But there's still a lot of racism. Everyone
Yeah.
has sex with my mom, and you know
Lovely people there. Yes.
well, you don't know how that goes, John. When you finish a game and
I mean, Splatoon,
they
I don't
reveal
think
to
has
you
the
that they slept with your
racism
mom.
issues as much.
No, Splatoon's got a lot of tweens coming out of the closet, though.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you go to the lobby and there's like just tons of banners. I'm gay, or I'm. Just
okay.
Oh wow, that's a completely different scene. It's like the 180 from whatever.
Which is cool, it's whatever. But
It
you
is,
definitely
yeah.
go into the lobby and there's like a lot of people declaring their sexuality.
Oh wow!
Because they still let you do the Miiverse stuff.
Yeah,
Miiverse,
the Miiverse lives on. Yeah,
yeah, they let you draw and post.
So weird.
And what's fun about it is the graffiti shows up in levels. So as you're playing multiplayer, someone's graffiti where it says "I'm gay." My favorite one is "Dad left me at Target." Some kid just wrote "Dad left me at Target," and it's like shit shows up on the wall as you're playing.
That's awesome.
That's great. I wish the Miiverse was still a thing.
I'm interested in this like wall. Would you say you could walk on the walls in Call of Duty?
Oh, that's in like the older ones. Yeah, you could like do like a wall run. Back when Titanfall came out and it was like the thing, like every game that was first person shooter had to have a wall run in it.
Yeah, I missed that generation of Call of Duty.
Yeah. I don't.
Well, I mean, like I'd never even witnessed
you
that.
missed it entirely.
I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah,
it was a thing. You had like an exoskeleton that you could use, and it would give you all these different like abilities. You could jump really high.
Yeah, the campaigns have always been super fun. I'd like to go back and catch up on the ones I've missed, which is almost all of them. I've probably played 3 or 4 of them.
I mean, if you're a Marine, I think that's fair game. An
exosuit.
No, being able to run on walls and all that crazy.
Oh,
stuff,
sure.
Jetpacks,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
So,
Definitely
Aaron,
not the Navy though.
Breath of the Wild is that?
Oh yeah, I'm getting ready for Breath of the Wild 2, so I got to play Breath of the Wild 1. Just refresh. And
how's that opening? Is that still?
It's still good. Yep,
still good.
I still recorded it and then had to go back and watch it. Like even though I've seen it multiple times, it's just like, oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
And like when I knew it was coming already, I was just looking for more stuff off in the distance, and you can see a lot of stuff that you end up having to go to later. It's pretty cool that they just like show it to you from the beginning.
Did you try to rush to Ganon's castle and?
No, I'm not that good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was watching some people do crazy stuff. Like I don't know how they do it. There was like a speed run of the game the other day that was on Twitch, and they were just like throw a bomb down and do some weird like pause thing, and then they just launch across the map. The physics in the game are just wild. Yeah.
How are you playing? Are you playing on Switch?
Yep, on Switch.
Okay.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I really thought this would be a PC emulation.
No, I have this new thing I want to try out. It's like an upscaler.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
the upscaler. How's that going?
It's working pretty good. Yeah, so I got this new 4K monitor and I plugged in my Switch to it and it just looked terrible. So I was like, all right, I need something. Because
the Switch is 1080p, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, even then, it doesn't have like anti-aliasing or anything on there, so text looks terrible on there. So yeah, this thing's nice. I got it's called the M Classic, and it upscales everything to I think it only does like 1440p, but
which is pretty good for monitors, right?
Yeah, but it adds like anti-aliasing, which makes everything a lot smoother. And playing like Zelda, you can see things off in the distance, and they just look way more smooth and clear. Before they were just kind of a bunch of jagged blurs. So
yes, some of the screenshots I saw Honestly, Zelda looked probably the most impressive out of all the examples because, the art style
Yeah.
and the way the colors just, I don't know, it looked
Yeah,
really
like the
a lot
colors
better.
are really bright. Like they're so much more. Well, I wouldn't say oversaturated, but they're pretty saturated. That made me
It
realize
makes it pop.
before.
Yeah, it makes things stand out more, I think.
Yeah.
There's more
Very
definition.
nice.
Yeah, I've looked at a few of these. They have like ones that you got, which I think you just plug in, right?
Yeah, you just plug it in. Then there's like a power thing, which I just have plugged into the back of the Switch. And then you have like a little switch on the thing itself, which you can do like a retro mode, which I haven't tried out, but apparently that works better for like pixelated games than just the normal mode. Or you can turn it off and just have pass through.
That's cool. Yeah, I've seen HDMI cables do that. Like you just buy a whole HDMI cable that does similar things.
Yep.
This is about $100.
Really tempted. This is
$100.
So, yeah, and this is why you're kind of looking forward to Pokemon because it lets you look.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
And you plug this directly into. This goes on the TV side, not the console side, right?
So
The
I
HDMI
have it.
cable.
Let me see how this is. You have a small HDMI that comes with it. So out of my Switch, I have that little HDMI piece, and then it goes into like the M Classic, and then past that, I have the Switch HDMI cable, and that goes into your TV.
Okay.
So it's like a 3-part thing.
It's like a middleman.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to get one of these because those Jaggies in Splatoon 2 sometimes kill me. Honestly, TV.
Yeah. Well, cool deal.
Yep.
Anything else before we wrap it up? All right. Mr. John, where can folks find you on the interwebs?
As long as Twitter's still there and it hasn't imploded yet, you can find me at John Wesley A.
Sounds good. What's you, Aaron?
Yeah, same. I'll be on Twitter for a little while at least. Sage Levi.
And I'm at iPad Pros Podcast or my old handle at tchatin, which I don't really use that much anymore. And we'll be back next time for perhaps Pokemon being out. We'll see when the next one is. What's 2 weeks from now? Is that Pokemon week?
Yeah, that'll be the week.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a week of Pokemon. So we'll see when we record that week. Yeah. Cool deal. Talk to you guys then. Bye.